Hello, I am Dr. Srinivas S.S.Valunjkar, presenter of civil engineering and law subjects for this YouTube channel. Welcome to all today again. I am bringing you an important video for this important, I am saying, that we have heard in news or newspaper and from whom these new laws are being implemented in India and which new laws are being implemented. And what are the changes in them? Today I am going to tell you through the video that new laws are being implemented, that is, the laws that were there before are being implemented by changing those laws. And I am going to tell you today through the video when it was passed. The three new laws are the first, which is the Indian Penal Code 1860, which has been renamed and amended to become the bhartiyasanvidhan 2023, and then the Indian Code of Criminal Procedure 1861 revised and amended in 1973. The name of this act was changed to Bhartiya Nagarik Surksha Sanhita 2023, and then the name of Indian Evidence Act 1872 was changed to Bhartiya Sakshya Adhiniyam 2023. These three acts were not changed in name, but some clauses or sections were added, or some sections were omitted in this act. There is a change in the provision of punishment, and the implementation of these laws will be on July 1st, 2024, and this law was approved in the Lok Sabha on December 20th, 2023, and that law has been approved by the President on December 25th, 2023. But we will see what is new in this law. Today, I am going to tell you how the changes in this new law have been made. It is mandatory to go in, then the second point, inquiry report should be submitted before the magistrate within 24 hours. The new law says that it should not take more than 180 days to file the charge sheet. Earlier, it used to take a lot of time to file and the case used to be long. So now in this new law, 180 days criterion has been given as follows. After that, the judge cannot reserve the decision for more than 45 days. The most important point is that if the accused confesses the crime within 30 days, the court is empowered to reduce the sentence of the accused. 19 sections of the IPC Act have been deleted from the Indian Penal Code, that is, 19 sections which were in the Indian Penal Code have been deleted from the Indian Penal Code. Was and the period of punishment has been increased in this Indian Code of Criminal Procedure, then the period of punishment in 23 offenses has been reduced, that is, as in some 33 offenses. The period of punishment has been increased, and in some offenses, that is 23 offenses, the period of punishment has been reduced. So in this act major changes have been made, that is, the punishment has been increased in some places and also reduced in some places. After changing the British era laws, 12 sections of the existing Indian Penal Code provisions have been deleted, and the new Indian Security Code 23 has added 12 sections along with some changes in the Indian Penal Code. 100 clauses have been included in the original clauses, that is, some clauses which were previously counted separately. But now they have been included in some of the original clauses. Information means first of all murder. What is the section of murder according to the previous law under section 302? What has been changed? And it now, instead of section 302, it has been made section 101 of murder. After that, attempt to murder means, in our regular language, if we used to say this murder, it was earlier section 307 for him or her. Now in the new, he or she will be charged under section 109. Then rape is under section 376, and according to new law it is defined in section 63. Then we used to put it for defamation 399, now he or she has 354, then cheating is 316. We used to say, if someone cheated us, we would file 420 against him, now under new law under 316 and not under section 420. Punishments quantum are mentioned in clauses 317 to 321. On a lighter note, Bollywood film producer like Raj Kapoor will replace the film title as Shri 318 in place of Shri 420. Similar way, murder mystery film DAFA 302 to DAFA 103. Section 144 of IPC is what we can do on him after that we join illegal assembly with or without arms. Section 144 was applicable as per earlier law, but now it has been replaced by section 187. After that, kidnapping means kidnapping. We have heard that if a person, baba or baby, is kidnapped or someone is kidnapped, then action against him is 359 of IPC as per earlier law. Now that action will be taken according to 136 for abduction and kidnapping under clause 137 of bhartiyasanvidhan 2023. I have given you an example so that people know this section or these crimes in regular routine. For that I have told you what has changed from this video, and which sections I have told you. The Indian Penal Code is going to be explained from 1 to the end and then from July 1st, 2024. I am going to tell you some more clauses in the law. The type of crime is as follows. Section then section under new law. Then, now let us see the first type of offense. Eligible offense is non-cognizable. What is non-cognizable after that as per existing law? IPC has section 323, 504, 506, and 34, but under new law it has 356 clause new law, that is bhartiyasanvidhan 2023. IPC sections is going to be followed by grievous hurt to simple injury, in which earlier Indian Penal Code 1860 were applied, but now, according to the new BNS 2023, clauses from 112 to 122 are applied. Type of crime grievous hurt. In grievous hurt 326, 324 and 34, if you look at the section before, you must have heard it in the street, or if you had a fight outside and there was grievous hurt in him, then section 323. 324 or 34 was inserted, but now in the new offense it includes organized crime clause 109 and clause of voluntarily causing hurt or grievous hurt to extort confession or to compel restoration of property 118. Now, further type of crime against woman, that is molestation of woman. You may have heard molestation of woman is 354. 354, 354B, and 354C earlier. In the law, the section was given, the crime was filed according to this section, but now in the new law, another section has been added after this section. Rape of a woman means 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, and 79 are the sections of the new law. After the rape of a woman, we have seen earlier 363 and 376. Two such clauses used to be inserted in the crime of rape in the previous law. Now in the new law, I am going to tell you what clauses are inserted. That is section 137, 2, section 64, section 64 subsection 2, A to N. These clauses are now given in the new law, and the crime of rape has come, and the crime will be filed according to these sections. After that, some sections like 379, 380, 454, 457, 392, 394, 395 or 397 were added in the earlier law in cases of robbery or theft. But the section has been changed, and now it is 303, 2, 305A, 331, 3, 331, 4, section 309, 4, has been brought in that place. Now we have seen the type of crime and the difference between the section of the previous law and the sections of the new laws. Now we will look further, which laws were omitted and which laws were added. Now we are going to see which laws are omitted in the Indian Penal Code, that is, which laws are excluded from the Indian Penal Code and which laws are not there in the Indian Penal Code. Means that these clauses have been removed, namely clause 14 government servant, clause 18 foreign title not to be accepted, clause 50 year or month to be mentioned as in British calendar, followed by clause 53 black water, followed by clause 124 sedition, clause 53A carrying arms in procession, followed by clause 264 to 267 offenses related to weight measures, followed by section 309 attempted suicide, followed by section 310 cheating, followed by section 311 punishment for cheating, followed by section 497 transmigration. Section 377 natural offenses. This section is now omitted in Indian judiciary, that is, these sections were given in British Indian Penal Code, but now Indian this section will not be there in the Constitution. Now, I am going to tell you what new section has been added in the Indian Security Code. As follows, what is the reason for adding new laws in it? Now crime and its rate has increased, now in the interest of Indian security. We have seen first or what laws have been added. We are seeing that clauses about children was added in it. The clause 96 is for hire of a child for the purpose of committing an offense, which means hiring a child to commit an offense. Clause 95 is given. There is Information Technology Act 2000, which means you have seen or heard about cyber crimes, which is covered under cyber law. That act was passed in the year 2000. Clause 111. 1. Any continuing unlawful activity including kidnapping, robbery, vehicle theft, extortion, land grabbing, contract killing, economic offense. Cybercrimes, trafficking of persons, drugs, weapons, or illicit goods or services, human trafficking for prostitution or ransom. By any person or a group of persons acting in concert, singly or jointly, either as a member of an organized crime syndicate or on behalf of such syndicate, by use of violence, threat of violence, intimidation, coercion, or by any other unlawful means to obtain direct or indirect material benefit, including a financial benefit, shall constitute organized crime. Then Section 69 sex by luring means, deceitful means shall include inducement for, or false promise of employment or promotion, or marrying by suppressing identity. Now for those who have sex by luring something, the section for filing a crime is shown as Section 69. Gang rape clause 70. 1. Where a woman is raped by one or more persons constituting a group or acting in furtherance of a common intention. Each of those persons shall be deemed to have committed the offense of rape and shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 20 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life, which shall mean imprisonment for the remainder of that person's natural life, and with fine. Clause 111. Organized crime, which you have heard so far. Organized crime. This clause 111 has been added for this purpose, after which clause 112 is organized crime, followed by clause 13 terrorist acts. If a person commits a terrorist act, then clause 113 is given to file a case against him. BNS 2023 Chapter 7 of Offenses Against the State describes about clauses 147 to 158 preventive measures for endangering sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. Aggravating act means a person who commits an act which endangers the sovereignty of India will be charged under clause 152 followed by 26. For inciting a public servant and attempting to commit suicide. Clause 26 followed by clause 304 means extortion, means you have taken something from someone forcefully or deliberately. Clause 4 has been given. That is 304. Then BNS 2023 Chapter 20 repeal and S.S.Valunjkar clause 358 has been given for repeal and saving, but the present offenses are as per the current law. In concluding remarks, all these contents and offenses are covered under purview of new laws. All three laws were introduced in the Parliament and duly approved and signed by President of India. Now all these laws are enforced and implemented since 1 July 2024. Thank you for watching and listening this lecture. If you like the video, please subscribe this channel titled Civil Engineering and Law Subjects, an integral unit of Valunjkar's digital online services. Please like and share the same. Please also comment in the comment box if you need any online study material on this subject. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you once again.